Navigating Modern Etiquette, a comprehensive manual for cultively conscious living in an era defined by rapid technological advancement, globalization, and shifting societal norms. Mastering modern etiquette feels less like following a rulebook and more like decoding a dynamic language. From digital communication to interpersonal interactions, the expectations we face today demand nuance, empathy, and adaptability. The essence of contemporary etiquette lies not in rigid traditions but in cultivating awareness of others' perspectives. Whether navigating virtual meetings, sharing space in public areas, or redefining professional relationships, understanding the unspoken rules of modern society empowers individuals to build stronger connections and foster mutual respect. Digital communication, balancing efficiency and respect with smartphones tethered to our hands, the way we communicate has evolved dramatically, from typed messages to video calls, but so too have the expectations surrounding responsiveness and clarity. In professional contexts, emails require precise subject lines, respectful tone, and clear call-to-action statements. Conversely, informal conversations via messaging apps demand mindfulness about timing, frequency, and tone. Sending a late-night message to a colleague might be perceived as impolite unless urgency clearly warrants it. Similarly, overusing emojis or slang in formal correspondence can undermine credibility despite good intentions. Email best practices: always include a clear subject line summarizing the purpose of your message. Avoid excessive punctuation or exclamation marks that may come off as overly enthusiastic or dismissive. Messaging etiquette: refrain from replying instantly to non-urgent queries, allow time for thoughtful responses. If you're unavailable, send a brief notification instead of letting the conversation fall silent. Business meetings: redefining professional conduct while physical offices remain relevant, hybrid and remote work models now dominate many industries, reshaping expectations for conduct during meetings. Punctuality remains paramount, even if joining virtually. Arriving early allows time for technical setup and mental preparation. Active participation in discussions demonstrates respect for colleagues' time and expertise. However, speaking over someone else or monopolizing airtime undermines collaborative efforts. Equally important is muting oneself when not speaking to prevent background noise distractions. The art of virtual engagement studies show that participants in virtual meetings often feel disconnected compared to in-person gatherings. To counteract this, maintain eye contact by looking at the camera rather than your screen. Additionally, dress appropriately according to meeting standards, even if everyone appears casually dressed. Dressing professionally signals respect for the occasion. Creative tools like shared documents and polling features enhance productivity without disrupting flow. Yet, it's essential to balance technology use with human connection, ensuring that screens don't replace genuine interaction entirely. Dining etiquette: bridging tradition and modernity. Whether enjoying a gourmet meal or grabbing coffee with friends, table manners continue to play a vital role in social interactions. While some rituals persist, such as waiting until everyone is served before eating, new norms reflect changing lifestyles and priorities. Today's diners navigate complex scenarios involving dietary restrictions, cultural preferences, and mobile device use. Asking about allergies or food sensitivities upfront prevents awkward situations later. Meanwhile, leaving phones untouched during meals conveys attentiveness and appreciation for companionship. Fork placement: leaving utensils crossed signals you're finished, whereas placing them parallel indicates continued enjoyment. Be mindful of regional variations in this practice. Noisiness management: speaking loudly or laughing excessively disrupts fellow diners, even in casual settings. Moderation keeps conversations enjoyable for all parties involved. Public spaces: sharing environments gracefully. Parks, cafes, airports, all represent shared spaces requiring considerate behavior from every individual present. Queuing politely behind others avoids unnecessary friction, especially during peak hours when patience becomes scarce. Noise levels matter significantly in communal areas. Playing music without headphones or talking loudly near quiet zones violates unwritten rules of coexistence. Likewise, Keeping walkways clear and not blocking entrances ensures smooth movement for everyone. Respecting cultural differences. Etiquette varies widely across cultures even within similar public environments. What seems normal in one country might appear rude elsewhere. For example, removing shoes indoors is common in parts of Asia but uncommon in Western nations. Researching local customs beforehand prevents unintentional offenses. Language barriers also necessitate extra care. Using simple vocabulary when communicating with non-native speakers fosters better understanding. Smiling warmly and nodding affirmatively reinforce positive body language cues. Social media interactions. Navigating online etiquette. Social media platforms have transformed how people connect, express themselves, and share experiences. Yet, maintaining appropriate boundaries online mirrors real-world courtesy. Tagging others without permission, commenting aggressively, or spreading misinformation crosses into poor form. Refraining from oversharing private information protects both yourself and those mentioned indirectly. When criticizing publicly, do so constructively rather than maliciously. Recognize that posts can be misinterpreted easily due to lack of contextual clues. Comment policy. Engage respectfully regardless of differing opinions. Avoid using profanity or making personal attacks even when provoked. Privacy considerations. Think twice before posting photos containing identifiable markers like license plates or home addresses which could compromise safety. Personal relationships. Honoring boundaries and expectations. Romantic partnerships thrive on open communication and mutual respect, yet modern relationship dynamics challenge conventional wisdom about love languages and emotional intimacy. Expressing gratitude regularly reinforces bonds while acknowledging differences in how partners prefer to receive affection. Bounding relationships appropriately prevents codependency issues. Clear agreements regarding finances, responsibilities, and future plans provide stability amidst uncertainty. Being honest about insecurities builds trust rather than causing resentment through secrecy. Friendship etiquette. True friendship demands reciprocity and consistency. Showing up reliably during tough times validates support systems beyond surface-level interactions. However, recognizing when to give space acknowledges individual needs for independence or healing. Gift giving should reflect thoughtfulness rather than obligation. Personalized presents demonstrate effort invested in knowing someone deeply. Conversely, declining gifts gracefully preserves harmony without seeming stingy or disrespectful. Workplace dynamics. Adapting to evolving norms. Remote and hybrid workplaces redefine traditional hierarchies and work-life balance expectations. Managers must lead by example in setting realistic goals while empowering employees to manage their schedules flexibly. Regular check-ins help monitor progress without micromanaging performance. Colleagues benefit from fostering inclusive environments free from discrimination or favoritism. Celebrating diverse backgrounds enriches creativity but requires vigilance against unconscious biases manifesting subtly through microaggressions. Feedback delivery. Offer criticism objectively using sandwich method, compliment plus suggestion plus encouragement, to encourage growth without demoralization. Confidentiality. Maintain discretion about sensitive matters discussed privately. Leaking confidential info breaches trust. Irreparably damaging reputations. Cultural sensitivity. Embracing diversity thoughtfully. Global interconnectedness means encountering myriad cultures daily, whether traveling internationally or interacting locally. Understanding basic greetings, gestures' meaning, and religious observances prevents misunderstandings potentially harming relationships. Participating in cultural events with curiosity rather than judgment promotes cross-cultural learning opportunities. Resisting stereotypes formed through limited exposure leads toward authentic connections grounded in shared humanity rather than preconceived notions. Educational approaches. Engaging in intercultural training programs equips individuals with tools addressing potential conflicts arising from mismatched expectations. Learning about holidays celebrated globally enables respectful acknowledgement of significant dates affecting coworkers or clients. Supporting minority voices through allyship actions, not merely passive acceptance, demonstrates commitment to equity movements. Listening actively to marginalized groups provides insight seldom available through mainstream sources alone. Sustainability and eco-friendly etiquette. Environmental consciousness influences modern etiquette, increasingly impacting consumer habits and community behaviors. Choosing reusable items over single-use plastics reduces waste, contributing positively toward planetary health. Supporting businesses prioritizing ethical sourcing reflects responsible consumption patterns. Reducing carbon footprint through conscious transportation choices impacts collective footprints significantly. Opting for carpooling services, biking routes, or public transit alternatives minimizes pollution emitted individually while promoting healthier lifestyles simultaneously. Green living tips. Invest in energy-efficient appliances, reducing electricity bills alongside lowering emissions. Composting organic waste diverts landfill contributions, benefiting soil fertility naturally. Community involvement. Volunteering for cleanup drives strengthens neighborhood ties, fostering pride among residents united toward common goals, protecting natural resources together. Conclusion. Embracing the spirit of modern etiquette. Modern etiquette isn't about conforming strictly to outdated rules but embracing flexibility required, navigating multifaceted world realities. By staying informed about emerging trends shaping social landscapes, individuals empower themselves to engage confidently wherever life takes them next. Ultimately, practicing courteous behavior consistently cultivates goodwill, enhancing quality of life personally and collectively. Small acts of kindness remembered long after initial encounter illustrate power inherent within everyday moments spent honoring others' dignity always.